Hello everyone, so today I am going to implement this flashbang. Here is the preview. So yeah, that's the flashbang effect I am going to work on. Let me show you again. Right, and let's see how to implement that today. And as always, this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for your support. So I have already implemented this normal grenade. So it's just the grenade without, and it will affect anyone nearby and damage them. So I'm going to create, where is it, a child class of this grenade, and where is it, create the flashbang based on that. Right, so this is VP grenade throw, and the explosion part is implemented in through this explosive component. We simply call this explode event. Right, now in order to implement explosion in a derived class, we need to play the flashbang effect after this point. But if I simply create a child blueprint, let's call it VP flashbang, and here we can override this throw event, but then we will have to copy this same thing again. So instead of doing that, let me create a custom event explode grenade, right, and I'll call this part in there, and here I'll simply call explode grenade. Okay, right, now if I override this explode grenade event here, we can access that exact point where we need to implement the flashbang effect. So what's here? I have to compile this first. Okay, so now here only for testing, I'll change the characters throwing into a throwing grenade. Yeah, I think instead of the grenade, I'll change it to a flashbang for the throwing item. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so here I'll only for now change to flashbang for testing. Later on I am going to implement a way to dynamically select either the flashbang or a grenade as per your need. Oh, wait a minute, this is for this is for the NPC character. This is where we throw the actual grenade by player. So flashbang. Okay, so now let's get into implementing the flashbang. So first thing we need to do is we need to make the whole screen white. So to test that, so here we need to access this post process volume that I have in the level. And so what I'm actually planning to do is increasing this bloom intensity suddenly to a level something like 250 and then set it back. So how can we do that? So first get from class, or wait, class, find a, wait, there was a function like that. Try this one, get all access of class. Right here I'm going to use post process volume and access only the first one if we have any valid members here. So get the length, and if length is greater than 0, that means we have values here. Get the 0th element and promote it to variable. pp stands for post process volume. Right, now here get this pp wall, let me convert it to a validated get to avoid any errors, and here we can set settings, and here I'm only interested in bloom, lens bloom intensity. Yes, to test if the way that I am going to work it will work, let's do it like this. Okay. Well, we need to slow the time down. No, let's just see if this is working by setting this to 2 seconds and then do the same. Reset the value. For now I'll use the default value I remember, but we have to dynamically get the exact value we had before. Right, let me test it. Yeah, it is working. Now let's polish it. So as I said, I want to have the same previous value I had before. So here, settings, shall we promote this to variable? Right, let's call it original settings. But if I change this, I'm not sure that we are getting a reference or a copy. So here, yeah, let's do this and see if the values are reset. Oh yeah, it works. Great. So here also I want to slow down the time. So here let's set global time dilation to 0.1 and duration I'll set a 0.2. Other of the delay I'll set a 0.2, otherwise this could be a problem. And also note that this what I am implementing at the moment only affects the player. So for now I am not considering the location of the player and how far is the flashbang is exploding, anything like that, because I just want to focus on the flashbang effect for now. Right, now let's test with the slow down time. Right, okay, so and we need to revert the time as well, but also just removing the white. Suddenly what I want to do is revert the effect slowly. So to do that I may need to use a timeline. Fade out. Let's name it fade out. And let's add the float track time. Add the key at time 0, value 0, and at time 1, value 1. And yeah, that should be enough. So yeah, I'll set the original settling completely after completing this transition. And before that, what I want to do is update the bloom value to match the original value, but with the fade in out effect. So we can get the original value like this. And also we can get the current value as well from the BP volume itself. Okay, settings and expose bloom split orbit break intensity and let's love these two. Original setting and the current setting with this time as alpha, using the time as alpha. So to set these values we have to make the values, set the intensity. Okay, and also let's set global time dilation as well with this time value. Okay, I think it worked, except for the time. So let's reduce this. Let's make the time 0.5 and value 1. So we will see a quicker transition. Right. The next thing is we need that ear ringing sound. So for that, actually I have already imported this sound effect. So let's play it. So let's add this here, and when it explodes, let's play that sound. And because of the slowing down of time, we might, the sound also can get warped. So let's make this fade out at the end within 0.5 seconds. Let's see how the sound works. Oh wait. Let's fade it out within 1 second. And let's start the fading out right before this part takes place. So I think that also would sync up to some extent. One more thing, this should not be auto activated. So auto activate disabled. Maybe it's too soon, it went off too soon. Yeah. Let's keep the ringing sound here. I think that is better. Okay, wait, what if I call fade out here and set the fade out duration to 2? Yeah, I think that works. Or maybe 3 seconds. We will hear the ringing sound longer. Better. So with that, I'm going to stop this episode right here. And in future episodes, actually I'm going to implement multiple grenade types such as this one, and maybe smoke grenade as well. Then I will implement a way to switch the active grenade type that the player is going to throw. So maybe with mouse wheel, I haven't really thought about it. So yeah, and also I want to implement like how this flashbang affects the player based on the distance of the explosion to the player location. So I'm going to let's work out those details in another episode, and thanks for watching. See you in another episode. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. See you in another episode. Goodbye.